Hey, FlimsyLunchTray here, and welcome to World of Warships. I'm finally back after taking a week off with Mrs. Flimsy's family, so we're ready to get right back into regular content. So today, even though this is, I guess, 5 days behind, we're going to go ahead and look at the update 12.5, as some of you really like when I go over this, so, and I feel weird to just, if I skip it and don't cover it, so Monday we're covering this. So update 12.5, they seem to be really showcasing the asymmetric battle, which we'll talk about and see here shortly. So they're going to update the navigator. This new feature will help you keep track of what's new in World Warships, complete simple missions to obtain rewards. Each signal light of the navigator is associated with a specific activity that's available in the current update. The signals will turn red on the navigator when you start completing the connected activities, and they turn green once you've completed them. Turn all the signal lights green to unlock missions that will deliver your main reward. Okay, that's interesting. Let me just click on it. Alright, so basically summarizing what's in update 12.5, as many of you probably have already been experiencing and playing: Asymmetric Battles, European Destroyers, the Battle Pass through Independence Day, the Conquest of Mediterranean Adventure, technical improvements, ranked battles, brawls, content additions and changes, game balance changes, and other changes. So if you want to watch the video, you can do so here. I'm not going to watch it so I don't get copyrighted or anything of that matter. Asymmetric Battles, they're back. They've changed how this looks like. You face a numerically superior team of bots with inferior firepower. So it's basically 5 versus 12. And I've played this already. It's tier 9, tier 10. And as long as you don't do anything stupid, you know, just play smart. It's a little, bots a little bit more focused than co-op. They will punish you, especially if you're the only cruiser. I feel like whenever I played my first battle, or actually several battles with Salem, and then I felt like whenever I was spotted, all the ships would always focus me. So I think they have it out for cruiser players. But your divisions aren't allowed in this. XP and credit earnings in asymmetric battles are higher than co-op battles, but lower than random battles. So it's kind of an in-between. So you can get some decent rewards from playing it, especially when it's 5 versus 12, meaning that you can do some pretty significant damage. The bots have become smarter in the new iteration. They will now take up more advantageous positions on the map, rush into close combat less often, and distribute themselves more optimally around key areas. So normally, you know, in co-op, you have destroyers, just enemy bots that just yellow at you, and they don't. So when I was playing Salem the other day, there was a destroyer who pushed in, and then once I started opening up on him, and then he turned around and disengaged, and then he came back and re-engaged. So it's rather interesting to see. So it's nice that at least the bots put up a better fight. European destroyers, the early access is ongoing through update 12.5, and then I believe it'll be in update 12.6 when they will become free and researchable as a whole in the tech tree. So I do recommend waiting until then. I think I have Grom, but you can only get the 9 and the 10 via random bundles and doubloons. The new European branch is represented by artillery destroyers armed exclusively with HE shells that can inflict decent damage per salvo. Starting from tier 8, the shells have flat trajectory ballistics. So it kind of reminds you of like more like the Holland, that line, the European destroyer line. Or did I say that right? European? I don't know. Whatever. The high-speed torpedoes in the European destroyers should be considered as secondary armament in most situations due to their low range and rather short range. Destroyers consumables consist of smoke generator, engine boost, also advanced radar, with a large action range, but short action time complements them in a separate slot from tier 8 upward. So these are all there. So I plan to do Stored soon, because Stored is a Norwegian destroyer. So I think that'd be pretty cool to go over. I have Grom. Do I have Split? No, Split was from the Battle Pass, update 12.4. So we'll see what that looks like. The Battle Pass for update 12.5. The final rewards of the free Battle Pass have 7 rare bonus containers and 1,250 summer tokens. You exchange the latter for some excellent bundles during the summer festival. The premium pass delivers even more valuable items, and the final reward for completing it is Commander Dusty Roads with 12 skill points and 3,750 summer tokens. So basically, you can get up to 5,000 summer tokens. And let me continue on before I say more. Also in this update, we've changed the post-progression rewards for the Premium Battle Pass. After completing all of its levels, players will now receive 1x rare bonus in container and 50 summer tokens for each additional level. Among the seasonal bonuses this time are additional combat missions to earn battle points and progress through levels, a 100% bonus for the first day of the victory, and a plus 5% bonus to coal, steel, and research point earnings. So basically, 5,000 standard, and then keep adding on 50 if you make it past fully the battle pass. So they're kind of putting summer tokens in behind that. Otherwise, you have to purchase the summer tokens through random bundles. And yeah, it's down here. Expand. Yeah, I don't know if they talk about it. I'll go ahead and talk about it since it's here. But to get summer tokens, you purchase doubloons in the premium shop, and depending on how many doubloons you buy means how many summer tokens you can get. So if you purchase, like, I think they released the 75,000 doubloon one for like $300 US dollars, then you get like I think it's 15,000 summer tokens, and then the 50,000 doubloons was like, I think that one's like, let's see, was it 100? No, 200. Yeah, it's 200, 199. And then that one gave you, I think, 5,000 summer tokens. Because it's kind of sketch, because some of the ships they have locked behind the summer festival, you can get a bunch of premium ship containers, and that's like 24,000 summer tokens, meaning you basically have to spend more than $500 if you want to just buy that, versus just going in and buying the ships as they are. U.S. Independence Day. USA celebrates its Independence Day on the 4th of July. So we've prepared a special event for players to participate in themed activities. New content dedicated to the holiday will arrive in the armory in a week. So probably this coming Wednesday then, if it says in a week. You'll be able to earn independence tokens by complete independence tokens. Hey, there's more tokens in the armory. You have European tokens, you have independence tokens, you have summer tokens. What other tokens are already in the armory? I don't even remember right now. By completing combat missions and then exchange these tokens for various rewards, among them the Tier 6 West Virginia 1941, with the West Virginia permanent camouflage, the Gold Eagle permanent camouflage for Tier 9 Minnesota, and Commander Statue of Liberty with 6 skill points in Wings of Freedom containers, as well as premium version. Besides, during the event, players will be able to purchase the Halford in West Virginia with the Thunderbird and Risen from the Ashes permanent camouflages, respectively. So, get an example of what that looks like right there, and also a much closer look. So, Halford, which is the first hybrid destroyer in the game, if I remember correctly, being gone for a week, coming back, it's like, oh, is that still the case? I think it's still the case. So just like how you'd have with hybrid cruisers and battleships. So it's Halford's permanent camouflage, and then here's the West Virginia. Alright, moving on. That's what the containers are going to look like. Was one like our standard container, and then one's like a premium container? Did I just read that? Wings of Freedom containers was the premium version. Okay, so basically the premium is going to give you better rewards, but you have to pay for it. Conquest of the Mediterranean Adventure, which starts Friday, July 7th and ends August 7th. 2 weeks after the release of Update 12.5, a themed event is scheduled to get underway. This time the event will unfold in an alternative setting back to World War I, where you'll take on the role of Austro-Hungarian commander. During the event, you'll be able to complete special combat missions and earn a new temporary resource, Austro-Hungarian tokens. Wow, there's a 4th token coming for this update. Among the main rewards of the event are Jaeger, plus Special Commander Felix von Pod, with 6 skill points, as well as the Perpetuum Mobile permanent camouflage for the ship. In addition, players will be able to obtain the Conquest of the Mediterranean commemorative flag and patch for completing special chains of combat missions. The Tier 9 Jaeger, which really looks like a Tier 2, Tier 3 ship, at Tier 9, is a project for a destroyer leader developed by the Austro-Hungarian Naval Technical Committee, and presented in 1917. The end result was a 2,000-ton torpedo ship with 6-inch main battery guns. However, the project was never implemented due to the end of World War I and the collapse of Austria-Hungary. During the event, Jaeger will be only available in exchange for Austro-Hungarian tokens. So they're probably going to do is sell ways for you to purchase Austro-Hungarian tokens, however Wargaming decides to do that, and then use that to purchase the ship. There's your commander and commemorative patch and flag. Technical improvements. Cool-off period. The end of the battle and the transition to the post-battle statistics screen will now be a smoother experience. At the end of each battle, a message with the battle results will appear on screen. After that, players will have a few additional seconds in which they can perform different actions in the battle environment. These actions won't affect the outcome of the battle, but they will be taken into account into the final results. For example, players can deal damage to opponents, destroy ships, and earn achievements in this period. Oh, yeah, I had that question the other day because of how a battle ended for me. These changes will help avoid situations where battles end too abruptly, which can be especially annoying during exciting engagements. So it's kind of like, I think World of Tanks has that already, where you can still mess around a little bit as the battle goes to the end screen. So like you see here, so Victory gets a shot off, blows up, well, doesn't blow up, he should have. But I think he got a lot of overpins there, the enemy carrier player. But regardless, once you have victory, even if it meant you lose, like let's say the points was difference or something like that, and you died even though you already get the victory, you still have victory. So just to be clear. Bot improvements in the training room. They have had their AI improved. They will now take up more advantageous positions on the map, rush into close combat less often, and distribute themselves more optimally around key areas. So this is the same thing they've done with the asymmetric battles. So meaning that they're basically, we can see from this is that Wargaming is wanting to focus on improving their AIs, bots, which is kind of interesting. I mean, one, it's nice, but two, is it like, oh, does this mean that bots are going to be more visible in battles? As you know, certain times of the day there's not many players around, so will you see more bots at higher tier? Don't know. Bot AI on co-op and training battles will also receive additional improvements. Improved collision avoidance system against islands bots in co-op battles will reverse in case of a collision. Similar to the training room bots will try to ram enemy ships less often. Matchmaker changes. The matchmaker settings for battles during tier 1 through 5 ships have been changed. Now the matchmaker restrictions will be eased sooner, and bots will be added to the battles earlier. What were we just talking about? This will allow battles with ships of the mentioned tiers to assemble faster. You know, I don't mind having to wait slightly longer just to have more human players, which I have an interesting video coming up on that this week. It's my most boring battle I've ever played in World of Warships, which I'll probably feature tomorrow. So yeah, it's just interesting. An updated domination mode with 3 key areas have been added to random battles in update 12.1. New setting will reduce the number of extreme situations where battles were too long or too short. Having these changes will increase the chances of the updated domination mode being selected in update 12.5. And we're going to also add it to co-op battles. Updated domination mode. Okay, well, I'll see about that. Changes in Armory. All features of the in-game premium shop have been moved to the Armory. The Armory is now accessible starting from access level 1. Okay, so that would be something good for the new player guide series. That's because it makes that outdated. Ranked Battles. Ranked Battle Season 12 starts in Update 12.5. I've already been playing this. I've been playing Radar Minotaur, and it's been so much fun. Ships of all types are allowed to participate. So carriers, submarines, aircraft, hybrids, subs. Yeah, I think I said it all. Battles in all leagues will be fought with tier 10 ships in 6v6 format, like in Season 11. The rule for keeping a star in the event of a loss is the same for all leagues. Only the top XP earner on the losing team will keep a star. Because they had it for a while, the 2 top XP earners could save their star. Starting with Update 12.5, similar to Brawls and Clan Battles, restrictions for ship types and specific ships will be supported in ranked battles, and restrictions can be added or changed throughout the season. The restrictions won't be introduced at the start of Season 12. So this is probably something we're going to see in a dev blog or something coming up soon, or a news article. Brawls is back again. Brawl 1, which looks like it ends next Monday. Will be Tier 8 cruisers, battleships, and destroyers in a 2v2 format. No more than one battleship per team. You can participate in a division. Brawl 2, Tier 10 battleships, cruisers, destroyers in a 1v1 format. Brawl 3, Tier 8, 3v3. No more than 2 battleships, 2 cruisers, 2 destroyers, and 1 aircraft carrier per team. You can participate in a division of up to 3 players. Content additions and changes. Added additions to the game: Commanders Leo Gradwell for British ships in Grigory Spiridov for Soviet ships, respectively. Canada Day, Marine Day, and Chamomile flags. Star Ornament permanent camouflage for Tier 7 Minsk and PQ-17 expendable camouflages. 8-pointed star and PQ-17 patches. I don't know if I'm saying P right. New images for Pan-Asian, German, Italian, and Spanish commanders. Update 12.5 also delivers 2 new European commanders with unique appearances and individual voiceovers, Greek and Polish. They'll be obtainable during Update 12.5 by completing a special chain of combat missions. We'll share more details with you on July 22nd, or June 22nd, stay tuned. The old World Warships logo, okay, this is just a bunch of random things, I'm not going to read it all. Changes to containers. The Firepower Premium container has expanded its drops to include 3 new additions: Tromp, Malta, and Alvaro de Bazan. Interesting. Distant Voyages Premium containers will now offer a selection of new permanent camouflages. Do they put Halford and West Virginia in here? No, I don't see them. Just interested. Game balance changes. We're tuning the balance of certain ships based on our analysis of their combat effectiveness and your feedback. The changes will affect Italian ships, German destroyers, Japanese cruisers, and some other ships, as well as the Smoke Generator Modification 1, and upgrade an X-Ray Papa Uno 1 signal, which I've talked a little bit about in the upcoming, well, in my previous upgrade commander build videos for Napoli and I think another ship. Smoke Generator Modification 1, bonus to the consumable action time has been reduced from 30 to 20%. They removed, however, the negative 5% penalty to smoke screen dispersion time, and these upgrades are now available for Tier 5 through 10 ships that use the exhaust smoke generator consumable. And then the basically the combat signal that would increase the action time of your smoke generator has been reduced from plus 15 to plus 10%. So Perth, Honghe, Mysore, Haida, Hector, and Vampire 2. Crawling smoke generator consumable action time increased from 90 to 102 seconds. So you get a little bit of a buff on the crawling smoke generator for these ships. So it should be slight. This should overall be a buff to Vampire 2, I would think. Well, I mean all these ships, but the Smoke Generator Modification 1 upgrade will be available for Italian ships with exhaust smoke generator consumable. The previous parameters of this upgrade, as well as the X-Ray Papa Uno 1 signal, gave Italian ships a significant advantage, which is why these parameters have changed. So basically, this goes for slot 3. So like if you're looking at Venezia and you have the aiming systems modification, then that would mean giving up aiming systems modification to take the Smoke Generator Modification 1. Worth it? Probably, yeah. But I talked more about that in my Venezia Upgrade Commander build video, as well as Napoli, so you can go check that out. So as not to affect the overall efficiency of ships that use crawling smoke generator consumable, its basic action time has been increased. Whoa, oh yeah, so I think we covered this in... Yeah, I think we covered this in a dev blog. I don't always cover dev blogs, but they made a lot of ship changes. I'll just tag that video at the end, because I'm pretty sure I did do a video on that. My brain's a little fuzzy on it. So I'll tag it at the end, because if not, this video is going to become a lot longer just to go over all these things. So if you're interested, just click the next video that you'll see at the end of this video. Other changes: Summer Festival. The Army and Premium Shop are going to host the Summer Festival event. Containers with premium ships, as well as Captain's Haldal and Picnic by the Sea containers await you. As part of the event, a special combat mission chain will become available, completed to receive some Picnic by the Sea containers. Convoy PQ-17. I don't know why I'm saying P weird. Maybe it's my Norwegian language learning. It's really messing with me lately. This summer marks the 81st anniversary of the events that unfolded in the Barents Sea, where the Kriegsmarine carried out a successful operation against the Allied PQ-17 Arctic convoy. To commemorate the occasion, we've prepared a special combat mission, Jane. And some fixes. Yeah, you can read all these. I'm just trying to see if there's anything in particular that would be notable for you guys. Fix an issue that caused the animation and sound of AA defenses to continue playing for destroyed ships. Updated some historical descriptions of German ships. Fixed errors in the armor of Cruiser Marseille. The armor layout of Zal has been updated to accommodate the new technology. We covered in detail in an article about update 10.9. Added parental controls in the UK and Cyprus to be compliant with local legislation. Fix an issue in Operation Hermes where ruin wasn't taken into account in the additional mission to save Allied battleships. Yeah, so I noticed that the other day when I played with Veneto. Fix the bug in the characteristics of Delaware's depth charge airstrike. The number of available flights has been increased from 1 to 2. Yeah, so there you go. So not really anything per se exciting. I mean, the smoke generator, crawling smoke buffs, that's really cool. I think it's going to change some of the gameplay you're going to see of Napoli and Venezia, as well as, of course, the other destroyers and cruisers that benefit from said modification. Brawls, ranked battles. I mean, yeah, they're gonna. So I mean, it was a matter of time before we'd start seeing submarines and aircraft carriers back in ranked battles again. And they only kept it at tier 10 because if they had tier 9, well, you don't have aircraft carriers at tier 9, you don't have submarines at tier 9, so they wouldn't be able to play. Bot improvements, good to see, but I'm wondering, you know, especially that they tag matchmaker to 1 through 5. BE sooner with bots being added to battles earlier, so you're going to see more bots at tier 1 through tier 5 this update and going forward. And more money grabbing events. And is the battle pass worth it? I mean, you get a 12-point commander, and you don't think he even has any enhanced skills, and you get some more tokens. I don't know, it's up to you, but I don't know. At first glance, it doesn't look like worth spending, getting the premium pass for this. So, European destroyers. Yeah, so that's going to cover the video today. So, if you have any questions about something I didn't cover, please let me know in the comments. I'm interested to hear your thoughts on this new update. How are you finding it so far, being 5 days into this patch? Or, I shouldn't say patch, I should just say update. So, if you liked the video, give a thumbs up. If you didn't, give a thumbs down. Subscribe if you want to see more. If you're subscribed, thanks so much. I appreciate it. And we'll catch you next time. Take care.